As the festive season unfolded, it wasn't just the holiday cheer that was filling the air at Sandringham. The royal family's annual Christmas walkabout turned into a family feud, and this time, the royal tension wasn't between public figures or the press. It was a battle of authority between King Charles and his son, Prince William. At the heart of this Christmas spat was whether or not to invite Prince William's cousins, Princess Beatrice and Princess Eugenie, to the traditional walkabout to St. Mary Magdalene Church. While this might seem like a simple holiday gathering, the presence of the York princesses was far from a trivial matter. Their father, Prince Andrew, had been at the center of scandal for years, with his connections to disgraced financier Jeffrey Epstein. His titles were stripped away by Charles just 2 months earlier, and the family's reputation had been tarnished. Prince William, 43, reportedly felt the timing was toxic, and that Beatrice and Eugenie's attendance would only bring more unwanted attention to the monarchy. He strongly opposed the idea, believing their presence would drag the royal family into more scandal. William said it was a disaster waiting to happen, an insider shared. But in a move that would send ripples through the royal family, King Charles, 77, overruled his son's objections. Despite William's reservations, Charles insisted on inviting Beatrice and Eugenie to the event. Charles doesn't like being told what not to do. This quickly became about authority. A source revealed, noting that the monarch made the call knowing full well that William had strongly opposed it. The decision didn't just reflect the usual royal protocol, it showcased the tension between a father and son with differing views on tradition and what's best for the monarchy's image. For Charles, this was about family, unity, and showing support for his nieces, no matter the controversy surrounding their father. Despite the tension behind the scenes, Beatrice and Eugenie carried themselves with grace and dignity during the walkabout. As they arrived at St. Mary Magdalene Church, they were positioned right at the heart of the royal family. The sisters, who had been at the center of intense public scrutiny due to their father's scandal, walked with their heads held high, showing resilience in the face of adversity. Body language expert Judy James observed. Eugenie arrived with the others, walking at the very heart of the royal group as though cocooned by them to show she was still embraced, protected, and even cherished despite her parents' forced absence. This gesture was symbolic, a message of intent, an assertion of confidence despite the ongoing scandal that had rocked their family. Eugenie and Beatrice's presence at the walkabout was more than just a public appearance. It was a statement of unity and resilience in the face of the ongoing fallout from their father's disgrace. Although Prince William didn't want his cousins attending the event, his feelings towards them aren't rooted in anger. In fact, royal experts note that William still has great empathy for Beatrice and Eugenie. Royal commentator Jenny Bond noted, William's empathy stems from him having to endure endless publicity about his parents as he was growing up. While the headlines about William's parents were drastically different, focused on the breakdown of his parents' marriage rather than a father's criminal scandal, the trauma of growing up in the spotlight under such intense scrutiny was something William could relate to. Bond added, You have to feel for these young women. They have had to watch their parents being humiliated and publicly criticized over many years. Despite the tense family dynamics, William understands the weight his cousins carry, and he has maintained close ties with them, offering support as they've weathered their own share of public scrutiny. This Christmas walkabout wasn't just another royal event. It was a symbol of the complexities that come with being part of the royal family. For Prince William and King Charles, it was a battle of authority and family loyalty. For Beatrice and Eugenie, it was a reminder of the resilience they've shown in the face of scandal. And for the public, it was another glimpse into the inner workings of a family that, despite its occasional rifts, continues to carry out its duties with grace. This family dispute over a holiday walkabout might seem like a small issue, but in the context of the royal family, it's a reminder that even within the grand traditions and ceremonies, the personal dynamics and relationships shape every public appearance.